My name, the name my mother and father gave me, John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. The name our government agents gave me, David Keith Quigley. Do your research, do your homework. There's a lot of good information on that website right there. Look at the ears, compare the ears. What am I exposing? What am I exposing? Stolen identity. What am I exposing? The takeover of the United States government by organized crime, all the way to the presidents of the United States. That's what I'm exposing. It's huge. Do your homework, do your research. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining. I thought I would share for a few minutes on a live. Thank you for joining. Look at those ears. The 3 ears are of me as a child. The last ear, right there. That's the man that stole my identity, placed by organized crime. That's the John the whole world knew. With that said, he was placed by organized crime. So if you search his picture and you see him with Bill Clinton, you see him with Ted Kennedy, you see him with Jacqueline Kennedy, we see him with my fake sister Caroline. All the photos you see are organized crime members. Straight up, you'll see him with Donald Trump. You'll see him with Robert Kennedy. How big is this that I am exposing? It is huge. It is huge. Like I said, a picture shares 1,000 words. They really do. Epstein, Donald Trump. You're not going to see that on Fox News. You're not going to see that on any other news. They're best friends, people. They're best friends. Why are they best friends? Because they're the same crime ring. Bill Clinton, Epstein, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama. They are all the same crime ring. Donald Trump. Do a little Google. Do a little research on pictures. Please. I'm exposing these people. They are the same crime ring. Thank you so very much for your comments, your hearts, your shares, your prayers. I was taught old school, people. I was taught when somebody does you a solid, you go out of your way to do them a solid. Out of your way. You walk that extra mile for that person. Straight up, that's how I was raised. I won't ever give up on the people. Ever. I've been sharing my story over and over and over again. But I get comments all the time. How come you didn't come out years ago? I've been coming out for years. I really have. But why didn't I come out years and years and years ago? Think about it. Bill Clinton, 8-year term. Best friends with the man that stole my identity. The same crime ring. Why did I come out 8 years ago? I thought I would be killed. It didn't matter. The people needed to know my story, the truth. You people needed to know the truth because your family's lives depend on my truth getting out. These people are the worst of the worst. So like I was just saying, picture, 1,000 words. That's my father. Person at a flea market got that for me the other day. Thank you all, Lions. Some people are planted. When my story came out, a lot of people are planted. This is huge. This is the biggest crime ring that I'm exposing. I believe this world has ever seen, unless you go back to Roman times and everything else that I don't know about. But I'm exposing the biggest murder crime ring of identity theft. It goes all the way to the Kennedys that have been murdered and replaced. By 1975, I had my head in the dirt, tears in my eyes. I was putting sand over my head screaming, "I want justice." And I was told by federal agents in 1975 there was nothing I could do. I was too young. They would kill me. Well, a few years ago, I figured it didn't matter if they killed me or not. This world needed to know the truth. So I wrote a book. I wrote a book with the help of Jackie Goldman. I'm doing everything possible that I know of in my position to get this out. You Lions are so appreciated in helping get this truth out. You people that donate your books to the library, so appreciated. You people that make copies of my book and pin them on the grocery store bulletin board, it's so appreciated. You're not going to hear this on CNN. You're not going to hear it on Fox. You're not going to hear it on ABC, NBC, or any other, because they are all in the same crime ring, as I just explained, as Bill Clinton. It's huge. It is huge. I am so bad with names. I was tortured, physically tortured, tied, beat, thrown in a cage, tortured, not to remember names. So when I try to remember names, because they didn't want me ever sharing this with you, so my mind goes blank. I do apologize. I want to share something and I can't remember that name. Rise Together News with Cindy K. Courier right here on YouTube. Please go to that channel, subscribe to that channel. Awakened Stories with Sue Greenwald. Please go to that channel, subscribe to that channel. Dr. Kia Pruitt. Please go to that channel, subscribe to that channel. Please. Please, please, please. These people are doing me solid. On Tuesdays, I do a show with Sue Greenwald. We're going to do another one Sunday. I don't have the time yet, but Sue said she wanted to do something this week. I said Sunday is open. Let's do it. Dr. Pruitt tonight, 8 o'clock Central. We're getting the truth out. These hundreds and hundreds of emails. Over the years, I have sent hundreds and hundreds of emails to Fox News, every single news agency. You know how many replies I got back from all my hundreds of emails? 0. And this is the biggest story. But these billionaires, Epstein, Trump, all these billionaires, they don't want it out because I'm exposing them to the worst horrific crimes in the world. I am exposing them all. I am who I am. I am what I've learned. And what have I learned? I have learned so much. So much. Why was I being taught? Why was I being trained? And why was I being shown all their crimes? I don't have the answers. Maybe it was for this day. They are all in on it together. They really, really are. Thank you, Lions. Thank you, Lions. Maggie, Brenda, Mojo. There's so many. Susan. Lisa. You all are awesome. You all are awesome. Once again, Rise Together News. She just made an awesome video. An awesome video right here on YouTube. Rise Together News, Cindy K. Courier. Look her up. See the video she made of my truth. And that's how we're getting it out. That's how we are getting it out. I thank all you Lions for sharing videos on TikTok. I was getting too big on TikTok. I was getting too many followers on TikTok. They started making account after account, fake accounts of my account. Then they removed my account. Why? Because we're right over the target, people. We're right over the target. But it is so important that I get the truth out, that they leave bad reviews on Barnes & Noble. They leave bad reviews on Amazon. I'm asking you, Lions, to leave good reviews. Leave your heartfelt reviews. Because who are we up against? Like I said, we are up against the biggest murder crime ring of identity theft, the takeover of us. My father said they had a plan to keep us in chains, to enslave us all. Their plan is almost fulfilled. We need to rise above their plans. We need to toss their plans in the garbage can, because I don't want to be a slave any longer. I've been a slave my whole life to this government. I really, really have. Thank you for sharing. God bless you all. You're wonderful. You are so wonderful. But they leave the hate comments. That's the cabal. They leave the hate comments. I've been sharing my story for years. I just saw a video on the fake John in his magazine, George. His real name was George. He was placed by organized crime. Thousands and thousands and thousands of views. And he is not even who he said he was. Not even who he said he was. And they're not. They are all fake. It breaks my heart when I see these fake imposters, these people that have murdered and stepped into someone else's shoes to live life of luxury, lavish, caviar, and champagne for organized crime. And that's what they did to my family back in 1975. That's what they did. And these people are politicians. These people are lawyers. These people are best friends with Donald Trump, Epstein, the Clintons, the Obamas, the Bushes. It is the same ring. Anybody that waves their flag for any of them, you're waving your flag for the cabal. Straight up. It's a movie. It's a crime ring. They play both sides. They play the Democratic side. They play the Republican side. They even play with Robert Kennedy, the independent side. They have all sides covered for you to wave your flags for, and they are all the cabal. Can't sugarcoat it. They are all the cabal. They work for the same crime ring, the same shadow government. And we need to expose them all for what they really are. Because I'm fed up. I'm fed up. I'm mad as hell. I don't want to take it anymore. I've had to hold back so many times for other ones' safety, for my safety, for my loved ones' safety. I've been losing my whole life. But I'll never give up. And like I said before, so many times, if I drop the flag, I need you all to pick that flag up and carry it. You lions, plans were put in place. Plans were put in place to be my friend. That's how they work. They'll intelligence. They'll be your friend to get intelligence when they're not your friend. They work for the cabal. Straight up. That's how they work. That's the intelligence game. And they get so much intelligence, it's all pre-planned. And it's the Billionaires Club, and we aren't invited to the Billionaires Club. So when you wave your flag for Donald Trump, remember, you're waving your flag for the cabal, satanic cult. I've learned it. I've lived it. I'm not just making this up. I have seen it. I was taught it. I don't know if you want to call it I was a member of it because I was born in it. But I learned a lot, and I'm sharing. It's no good. I'm sharing. It is no good at all. It is put in place to enslave all of us. And what's the end game? It scares the hell out of me, people. So yeah, once more time, shout out, Stolen Identity. Please see the reviews on Amazon. I got so many enemies kicking me in the balls. I really, really, really do. And it's going to take all of us to get the truth out. So a big shout out once again. Rise Together News, Cindy K. Courier. She just made an awesome video. Go to her page right here on YouTube. See her video that she made. Tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern time on Rumble. It might be right here on YouTube. If she shares it on YouTube, I'm not sure. Dr. Kia Pruitt, 8 o'clock tonight. Saturday, Bill Messer on Facebook. Look him up on Facebook. If you go to Facebook, look up Bill Messer, you'll see he has an American flag in his background. Add him, follow him. We're going to have an interview Saturday, 8 o'clock Eastern there. Sunday, another story. And I've got to know Sue Greenwald, Awaken Stories, pretty good. So we just sit and chat. King Smarty, wonderful supporter. Much love to Sue Greenwald, Awaken Stories. Please check us out. Sunday, I don't have a time yet, so stay tuned for that. But me and Sue do an interview every Tuesday at 9 o'clock my time. I believe that's 8 o'clock Central and noon on Eastern time. But yeah, check out me and Sue's interviews. These small people will get us out and get the truth out and get victory for us, we the people. Jesse Hall, I've done a couple interviews with Jesse Hall, the missing link. Go see his old interviews of me. You know how I say these people are planted when I first came out? Redneck Radio came to me. He said he believed me. He wanted to do an interview. I did 2 interviews. He turned his back on me and started stabbing me in the back, talking behind my back. Redneck Radio. Yeah. Plant. Real backstabbing people. So, yeah. He turned against me and started doing talk shows talking bad about me. I guess he never even read my book because he came to me before my book was even out. He said he didn't believe me because all these sites started popping up selling merchandise. That's why he didn't believe me. I had nothing to do with people trying to share my story, trying to sell merchandise. I have nothing to do with it. This site I was just on there the other day. Katie. A lot of good info on that website right there. Butterfly Mama on Telegram. She was one of many that started websites and things to share my story. I have nothing to do with it. But he didn't believe me that I was who I said I was because merchandise started popping up. Hey, merchandise is great. How many Donald Trump's shirts are out there? Donald Trump's got his own coins. The biggest fraud, the biggest fake you ever seen, the biggest photo op. With that said, if you all remember my salute as a child, 3 years old, saluting my father's casket, that was planned. That was a photo op. I practiced for hours. The Secret Service had me practicing my salute for hours. When the time was right, I was signaled to do that. Photo op, people. So when you see Donald Trump going like this after the shooter, and I believe it wasn't Donald Trump, they just put somebody up there to take the shot. It's a photo op, people. That would have never happened in a million years. Those Secret Service agents, if there was a shooter, they would have never stood him back up, ever. They would have never been put in the position to take their own lives from another shooter. Ever, never, ever in a million years would have happened. So when you see Donald Trump going like this, I want you to just remember photo op. One big photo op, so he would be on all the news channels I just shared. I'm sure he was. I don't watch the news anymore. It's all fake news. But I'm sure he was on every single channel, night after night, after day, him going like this. Why? Because it's a regime. It is a regime of photo ops, fake news. They plan things like that. They put people's lives in jeopardy. They take lives. They took my whole family's lives. And it's bullshit. Straight up bullshit. It really, really is. It really is. Man, I get a lot of spam callers. I really, really do. I want to thank you all. I wonder if I'm still going on. I'm here live. Showing I still might be going live here. But tonight, please share this. Dr. Kia Pruitt on Rumble. Might be here too. Michelle, yes. The world is a stage. Okay, I'm still going. I get cut off so many times. I held a picture up of my son. I lost my son. I did. And I held up a picture and they cut me off thinking it was a weapon. Unbelievable, with millions of views of weapon right here on YouTube. Yeah, that's my ringtone. AC/DC. My day is going good. Thank you for asking. Hi, Kathy. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I really don't know if she is at Gitmo or not. I haven't heard anything about it. They use Gitmo. I know that for a fact. But hopefully our military trials are 100% on the up and up. We can't stand for treason and let them get away with it. Julian Assange. Why didn't I come out? Bill Clinton had an 8-year term. I've taken pictures of Bill Clinton with my fake mother, Jackie, straight up. He's a huge member of their crime ring. But Julian Assange, what he did releasing those files, he needs a pat on the back. What's a life worth? He wanted justice. He wanted to release all the evil that the Clintons were doing and every other thing. You know, is it treason or is it patriotism? It's a good question. I think he's a patriot 100%. His life in prison for trying to expose the truth to you, just like I'm trying to do. Just like I'm trying to do. He had all the files of all their criminal activity, and he didn't realize how big, I didn't realize how big organized crime has taken over our country. It's huge. It is huge. Think about it. This story right here, my story, being the son of an assassinated president, trying to share it, trying to break the ice, trying to get out, and they won't. They don't want us out. They don't want the truth out. And Julian Assange probably thought it'll go out on all the news. It'll take it all. They'll expose it all. They'll expose all the truth. Didn't happen. And he ended up in prison all those years and every other thing, living in an airport. One thing I don't like about him, though, I'll tell you straight up, he went to Russia. Maybe he thought Russia would help, but you don't go to another enemy for help from one enemy. It's kind of how our CIA plays. But I do respect him for what he tried to do. They still don't want the truth out, people. You want the truth, go to these shows, get the book, share it like crazy. Share it like crazy. Because we are being run by the biggest, the most ruthless crime ring. It's called the United States government. They're so powerful, they put presidents in place. Whether it's freaking Biden, whether it's Trump, who it does not matter. They got it rigged. They put them in place before you go vote. Doesn't matter how many Chads fall off of a voting ticket. It doesn't matter who you put on that ballot. One crime member is going to win and become president. We need to abolish the way people have been taught. We need to wake them up that they are waving flags for the cabal. Straight up. Thank you all so much for joining. Sharon Lyons, so appreciated. Please join me tonight. That's 5 o'clock Arizona time, 8 o'clock Eastern time, 7 o'clock Central time. Dr. Kia Pruitt, I love her. I love her. She left a wonderful review on my book, wonderful interviews. But you Lions, don't give up. Don't ever give up. Don't say, hey, I've been sharing John's story for 2 months straight now, every day making a video. I'm tired. I don't see any results. I keep getting harassed and pinned and taken down. You keep getting discouraged. That's when it's time to share. I went through so much training when I was young. I put a gun to my head and pulled the trigger. Luckily, they put a blank in it. I was lucky. That's how bad I wanted to give up. They said, "You're doing this for your family. You're doing this for your country. You're doing this for your loved ones. Don't ever give up." And I'm asking you, please don't ever give up. Every day I want to give up. I think about it anyway. Not that I will. And then I think about you lions and your family, your husbands, your wives, your children, your loved ones. I think about Henry and his kids, a lion, a true lion. And I think that we're doing this, we're sharing for the children, for the future. We're trying to expose the cabal that use these children for their benefit, turn them into slaves, traffic them, keep the drugs flowing, keep the immigrants flowing, keep everything flowing for the benefit of the cabal, the homeless, the way they treat our veterans, the way they treat our people on Social Security and disability. They can't even, people that get a disability check can't even have the funds to rent an apartment, people. We can fix all that. You know, Harris said she'll fix everything the first day. She's had 3.5 years to fix, and she's fixed nothing. Start fixing it yesterday, not in 6 months when you become president. Fix it today. I could. With the stroke of a pen, we would fix the homeless. We would stop the problems. We would put in place us, you lions. We the people would take over our government for us, for we the people. We would, you know, our national debt that keeps rising and by the trillions. Let's make the billionaires that have been running the cabal paid all back. It's not theirs anyway. They murdered for it. They really did. I'm an eyewitness exposing all the billions that these people have stolen. Let's pay our debt back. Let's get back on our feet. Let's change it for us. Let's do it. See y'all tonight on Dr. Kia Pruitt's show. Share, 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 people. God bless you. God bless America. I'm mad as hell, and I ain't going to take it no more. I hope you don't either. Peace out, people. Much love, much respect. God bless.